Musiala has a look and plays it forward. Tacho. Tacho forwards and with intent. Barcola. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Dembele. Kvaratskhelia. Chance! And again the keeper stands strong. Elise. And here's Elise. He tries a shot! He's going to be pulled back for that one. That's been easily repelled. Pavlovic blocks it out wide. Kimmich. It's a threatening ball. Oh, it's come loose. Hoisted clear. Kvaratskhelia does really well to win the ball there. João Neves. That looks a cracking ball. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. With the clearance. Elise. And it's Bui. Musiala. And again they run up against stubborn defending. João Neves. Marquinhos, nicely aimed pass. Dembele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mendes makes the interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Musiala caresses it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Upamecano. Kimmich. It's a lovely, neat pass. Calmly anticipates. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. That's really well manoeuvred. Dembele. Picks one through. Well timed, excellent interception. Fabian Ruiz. It's Vitinha. Elise. Diaz. Diaz. And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Is there, and he can get that clear. And here's Musiala. Diaz. Now it's Kane. Chance for a shot. Second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Davis goes on a charge down the left. Now it's Diaz. Davis has got himself a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Fabian Ruiz can get it clear. And it's Bui. And here's Elise. Now it's Kane. Pacho. João Neves. Pacho shifted upfield. Diaz. Musiala. Diaz. Aimed in towards the centre. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. Aim forwards. Now that's well seen too. Bui. And it's played forward. Upamecano. Musiala. And he cuts out the supply. Kvaratskhelia, gently done. Upamecano. Musiala. Upamecano. Kimmich. Upamecano. Kane looks to get on the end of this. Mendes with a definite foul there. And it's Kane. Chance, surely! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Really not happy with that. Upamecano with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Davis. Musiala. Davis. Davis proves just a little bit too strong. Kimmich. In comes the corner. Tries to get it clear. João Neves. Barcola. Moved on forwards. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Upamecano. Upamecano, good-looking ball. João Neves. And here's the chance to counter. Now they could break here. He can run onto that. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Vitinha. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Olise. Marquinhos cuts it out. Kane is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rui. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Davis. And the ball's come loose here. Kvaratskhelia forwards and with intent. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, good spread. Barcola. Denied by an instinctive save.
Barcola is offering a right smile there.
And it's Neves. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Diaz. Davis. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Kane. And here's Olise. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Bayern Munich really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Upamecano gets over and intercepts. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Dembele. Oh, they really should have been made to pay.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. Okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
And a chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Min-jae. Pavlovic. That's really well manoeuvred. Vitinha. Now it's Barcola. Olise. Either side really getting hold of the ball. Pavlovic. Vicious ball here. Can he finish? unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. It had to be. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Hakimi. Davis producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Pacho. Fabian Ruiz. Great defending, strong and determined. Moved on forwards. Diaz. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hakimi shifted upfield. Davis. Out to the left it goes. Probing pass. Diaz looking to get on the end of this. Davis. Pavlovic. Musiala. And it's Bui. Now it's Olise.
Bayern Munich really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Barcola. Hakimi forwards and with intent. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Kimmich.
Kvaratskhelia really was well marshalled there because he was denied.
Olise! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now it's Kane. That's rather hopeful. Oh, just over.
Kane, and I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and wasn't far away at all. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Musiala. Fabian Ruiz wins the duel this time.
Bayern Munich really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. And it's played forward. Dembele, now he's off and running. Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Barcola! Oh, that should have been two.
Barcola really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Hakimi, gently done. And here's Dembele. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's anyone's ball now. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. That's going to be a booking. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Boy looking to hit the byline here. And the shot! Musiala. Kimmich. Musiala. Aim forwards. Oh, the ball's come loose. Musiala! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, you really expect him to hit the target from there.
Kim Min-jae getting this one clear. Good work on the right flank here. Oh, this looks sharp.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nuno Mendes. Barcola. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Olise. Delicately. That's an excellent interception.
Bayern Munich really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's Mendes. Pavlovic with the foul. Can get it clear.
Paris Saint-Germain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Kane. He's cut it out.
Bayern Munich really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Very much into the last knockings.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can?
He's certainly caught in there. It's a free kick. He knew it was coming. That's a yellow card. Kim Min-jae does really well to win the ball, but can he finish? Great effort, beautifully taken.
Dembele brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Davis. And here's Diaz. Oh, such a clever touch.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
physical challenge.
Paris Saint-Germain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Diaz. Diaz, now here's the delivery. And here's Diaz. Oh, smashing header! Hefty. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Well, they can protest all they want, but a shake of the head is all they're going to get. And he's kept it out. And that's a poor penalty.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Kimmich with the short one. Shoots! Well, it was a decent attempt at the end.
Paris Saint-Germain, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
The question, that's a foul. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
He can get that clear. Marquinhos. Mendes, and it's lofted through here. Well, not quite on the same wavelength. Pavlovic. Kim Min-jae, gently done.
They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Moved on forwards. Marquinhos.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And already we're underway here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I'm amongst the many of those amazed with the story of this guy, Alphonso Davies. Born in a Ghanaian refugee camp to parents fleeing conflict in Liberia, his life story has always been about battling against the odds, and now it amounts to this. It's remarkable to see how he has thrived.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Danger averted for now. That's good play. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Tries to get it clear. Olise. Fabian Ruiz forwards and with intent. Barcola. Dembele. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Mendes. Now it's got space here. It's Dembele! By the most elastic of plays.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Davis getting this one clear. Moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. Hakimi. Here's Barcola. Can he spark a counter here? Kane providing an outlet on that flank. Now who's going to be first to this? Tacho defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Elise. And here's Kane.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Kane. Succumbs to the pressure. And here's Elise. And it's Musiala. And that has been clubbed away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, that's neat. And here's Kane. Kane! Mendes. Dembele. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Bayern Munich starting the game with good energy, looking to take control of proceedings if they can. Upamecano, oh, there's a probing ball. Barcola. And here's Dembele. João Neves. Barcola head out towards the right wing. It's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Upamecano, gently done. Ball's played through. Diaz. And it's Kimmich. Shot! Couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Ditch defending, but that'll do. Kimmich. Tacho gets rid without sophistication. And it's played forward. Nice control. Davis played back in. Nacho with the clearance and reclaimed it in a trice. That's very neat. Hakimi. Marquinhos. That's really well manoeuvred. And he's there to clear it. And that's paid to a promising move. This interception, his positioning was spot on. That's Dembele. Kim Min-jae shifted upfield. And it's Kimmich. Davis. That's a good run down the left. Played into the middle. Bullish header! That is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. Hakimi carries the ball down the right. And here's Kvaratskhelia! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Referee's given a throw. Lovely feet. He's in a good position here. He's in, surely! And he's there to get it away. Good play on the right, he was driving forward. Olise aimed forwards.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And he's managed to goes for a shot! Well, herring on the...
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Davis, it's a sharp pass. Marquinhos tries to clear. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Marquinhos, and he goes cross-field. Hakimi, gently done. Nice interception, well timed. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kane. Olise. Kane. Kane. It's Kane!
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Vitinha. Out towards the flank. That is lovely. So, shooting chance! Looking for a decent ball in. Hakimi crosses it in. And it's Neves. Paris Saint-Germain leading currently through the only goal of the game, an own goal as it turned out. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Diaz. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. A pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Hakimi. Barcola. A heavy challenge. Moved on forwards. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Good take, and is he in? João Neves. And here's Kvaratskhelia! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That has been knocked clear. It's Mendes. Fabian Ruiz. And the counter is on. Elise. He's shifting through the gears here. Pacho. João Neves. And it's Hakimi. Vitinha. And it's played forward. Kvaratskhelia! And he comes up trumps again. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. That's a clever looking ball. Bui. Pavlovic. Musiala. Has a look and plays it forward. Pacho. Pacho forwards and with intent. Barcola. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Dembele. Kvaratskhelia. Chance! And again the keeper stands strong. Elise. And here's Elise. He tries a shot! He's going to be pulled back for that one. That's been easily repelled. Pavlovic. Box it out wide. Kimmich. It's a threatening ball. Oh, it's come loose. Hoisted clear. Kvaratskhelia does really well to win the ball there. João Neves. That looks a cracking ball. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. with the clearance. Lucy. And it's Bui. Musiala. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. João Neves. Marquinhos, nicely aimed pass. Dembele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mendes makes the interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Musiala caresses it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Upamecano. Kimmich. That's a lovely, neat pass. Calmly anticipates. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. That's really well manoeuvred. Dembele. Thinks one through. Well timed, excellent interception. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Vitinha. Olise. Now it's Diaz. Diaz. And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Is there, and he can get that clear. And here's Musiala. Diaz. Now it's Kane. Chance for a second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Davis goes on a charge down the left. Now it's Diaz. Davis has got himself a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Fabian Ruiz can get it clear. And it's Bui. And here's Olise. Now it's Kane. Pacho. João Neves. Pacho shifted upfield. Diaz. Musiala. Diaz. Aimed in towards the centre. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. Aim forwards. Now that's well seen too. Bui. And it's played forward. Upamecano. Musiala. And he cuts out the supply. Kvaratskhelia, gently done. Upamecano, Musiala, Upamecano, Kimmich, Upamecano, Kane looks to get on the end of this. Mendes with a definite foul there. And it's Kane. Chance, surely! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Clearly not happy with that. Upamecano with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Davis. Musiala. Davis. Davis proves just a little bit too strong. Kimmich. In comes the corner. Tries to get it clear. João Neves. Barcola. Moved on forwards. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Upamecano. Upamecano, good-looking ball. João Neves. And here's the chance to counter. Well, they could break here. He can run onto that. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Vitinha. Really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Olise. Marquinhos cuts it out. Kane is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bui. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Davis.